Welcome to visit Extenics channel. This is class 11. I'm continuing to introduce Extenics. As usual, I use my new book, Extenics Logic of Innovation. It is entry level, and use a short article step by step to introduce the whole theory of Extenics to you. Every time I will repeat again what is Extenics. Extension theory, extension innovation method, and extension engineering forms a new science named Extenics. Extenics is an original Chinese new science discipline, which studies the possibility of extending things, rules, and methodology of developing innovation with formalized patterns for solving contradictory problems. So we are always talking about the nature of innovation is start from solving contradiction. So in the fourth step of the extension innovation method, now is coming to the second step, extension. In the beginning, we talk about unlimited extension. What is unlimited extension? It is involved for extension analysis. They are divergent. It's like a tree. So in Chinese, a divergence tree. Correlative. It's like a leg word. In Chinese, a correlative leg. And implication, and also open up. But in Chinese, it's a two train. One is open, one is indicate. So we talk about using about 4 extension analysis. This method, it is not limited by the few characteristics of thing itself. However, it truly achieves the creative without limits. Even though in the beginning they have few characteristics, but after extension, they have many possibilities. So now I will briefing these 4 extension analysis to you. First, Fasan tree is a divergent trees and is a way to think about the problems from multiple characteristics. Because things and their relations are extensible, using the structure of basic element, like previous one I talked about in the modeling, with every things and action or relationship based on the object, characteristic, and value. So under this divergence tree, we use the basic element can have a different combination. For example, one object and multiple characteristics, one characteristic with and multiple objects, one measure or value with multiple objects, etc. There are many different combinations, so we could generate a lot of the ideas. Second extension analysis named related network or relative. So another term is a correlative. It's used to describe the relationship between different people and things. In terms of the structure of basic element, like object, characteristic, and also value, they have a different some relations name and different characteristic relations, different relations name and some characteristic relationship, and different relationship name and different characteristic relationship, etc. is a different combination. This forms a huge relation network. When we want to solve the problem, we can study, or we should study the relation of things first, and then it could be produce more and more ideas. Okay. The third one is an implication. Refer to the relationship that the appear of the one thing will cause another thing to happen. So sometimes it can be called a causal implication. For example, during us to try to solve the contradiction problem, one of the goals cannot be achieved. We can find another goal that contains it, meaning implicate it to achieve. Because implication relationship after achieve another goal, and the original goal can also be achieved. That is the basic theory behind of the implication. The last one is the open up. It's a deal with the complex problem according to the concept of divergent frames and or combined frames. If the idea of decomposition is called decomposition train, and the process of combination become the combination frames. So if you have a very complex problem, maybe we can divergent or separate into small frame. Or you have the new idea of parts, different parts of product, you integrate together, you have to become a new product. That is why we use the open up link system. So this is just a very briefing about the extension analysis. And then the class later will be step by step to introduce these 4 elements. Extension analysis include divergence, correlative, implication, and open up. We are separating the different divergence possibility in here, and we'll introduce one by one in later class. So today I'm stopping here, and at the end I also introduce Professor Troyman. His photo. He asked let us to get established the Chinese original discipline together, named extended, and base it to achieve a culture of innovation. Thank you for your attention. See you in next class. Bye bye.